Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. So guys, today, just as stated in the title of this video, I'm going to be spilling all the tea on everything you need to know on how I started a business with no capital. I mean zero naira, and I was able to make millions of naira from this business. If it sounds like something you want to know about, please stay tuned. So before I dive into it, I'm just going to say that if your business is going to be an online business, most of the tricks and tips I'll be sharing today would definitely work for you. I'm going to give you guys a backstory of this business. The name of the business is called Petitebeeh, and it's a fashion retail store. I started this business with no capital at all. I started with nothing but faith, the zeal and the tenacity to succeed. I just knew I wanted to do something on the side to fetch me extra income, even though I had a full-time job, but I needed something on the side. Basically, I sell fashion ensembles like bags, shoes, clothes and accessories, and I run this business strictly online. So when I started this business 5 years ago. I started this business in 2017 and we're in 2022 right now, so it's 5 years already that I started this business, and over the years I've been able to grow and make so much money from this business. So the backstory is this: when I started this business, at the time of starting, even though I had a full-time job, I still wanted something on the side to give me extra income. And because I've always been a fashion babe, I knew I wanted to do something in the line of fashion. So the first thing I did was to do my research. If you've not seen my video on things you need to do before you start a business, I'm going to link it up somewhere here. Please go check it out. You will need the information in that video as well to make you understand all I'll be talking about in this video. So moving on, I did my research, and at that time my dream or my goal was to own a boutique. So I went to research about owning a boutique and and all that stuff, but I found out I needed a truckload of money to do that, because I was going to be either renting a space or paying for one, and baby girl was broke. I did not have that kind of money to start a business, so I needed a cheaper option. So I still did more research, and I realized I could run an online store instead, because that was going to save me a lot of running cost. So I decided to go for the online option, because obviously it was a cheaper option for me at that time. After settling the fact that I was going to run the business online, I still did more research on how I was going to get the items I would be selling on my online store. And I went online, I got some suppliers, but unfortunately these suppliers were not in Nigeria, they were in different countries. So I would be needing to buy from them from these countries, then shipping down to Nigeria, and that was still going to cost me so much. Because if you're familiar with how shipping works, you would know that when you want to buy items from suppliers anywhere in the world, you deal with dollars. So what that means is that you would change your naira to dollars and do business with them, and most of these people do not sell in small quantities, they sell in large quantities. So, and I didn't have that capacity at that time, so obviously I needed a cheaper option with that as well. So I did more research, and I found out that there are actually some suppliers who are already in Nigeria who have already saved me and other people like me the cost of shipping down from these countries: China, Vietnam, Turkey, whatever country they ship from. They've already shipped it down to Nigeria, and all you need to do is to reach out to them and get these items for them. And because they've already saved the cost of shipping down to Nigeria, they are capable to sell in smaller quantities. What I mean by smaller quantities, like 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, of an item. They don't necessarily need to sell in bulk like the suppliers abroad, because they have already bought that in bulk. I don't know if you get the gist, right? So once I found that we already had suppliers here in Nigeria, the next thing I did was to connect with them, get prices of these items, get pictures, go online, get more pictures and all that stuff. And luckily for me, I had a friend, shout out to you, Rona, if you're watching this. Rona helped me design a free logo, and that is the design I use up until now. He designed this logo for me, and I went ahead to open an Instagram account. We all know that signing up on any social media platform is practically free. I'm talking about Instagram, Facebook and the likes. They are totally free, so I didn't need to pay for that as well. I signed up on Instagram, and luckily for me, the name I wanted was available. So I opened the account, uploaded the logo that my friend had designed for me. Just to chip this in, you might not be somebody that has a friend or someone that can design a free logo for you. Not to worry, you still do not have to pay. Kindly go to Canva. Canva is a very beautiful application that you can use to design practically anything, and they have a free option, even though they have a paid option. But trust me, the free option as well has a lot of designs you can work with. So if you do not have somebody to design a free logo for you, you can use Canva to design something for yourself, at least in the interim, till you are financially able to get maybe a designer or somebody to make something or design something better for you, whichever one works for you. Like I said, my own logo was designed by my friend, and I still use it up until now. I've not had to get a designer or somebody to design something else for me. I love the logo, and I still use it up until now. So you can design something for yourself on Canva, and you may not see any reason to reach out to somebody in the future to design something else for you. So moving on, I uploaded the logo. Then I went ahead to upload all the pictures I've gotten from the suppliers, and also the one I got online. I uploaded them onto my Instagram page, and because I had already gotten the prices of these items, I just added my profits and uploaded them with the prices on my Instagram page. Once I did this, I began to market this business. So I have personal pages on Facebook, on Instagram, and on WhatsApp. So I began to market this business so that people could be aware of the new business that I just launched. And luckily for me, I think about 1 week or 2 weeks after this business officially launched, I got my first sale. Yeah, I got my first sale, and I was totally blown away, because when you start something and you feel like, oh, you have that self-doubt, is this business going to work? Will people embrace it? Will people buy? All that self-doubt. So when someone reached out to me to actually buy something, I was really, really, really excited, and the person paid. Obviously, the business was too early to start doing pay on delivery, coupled with the fact that I didn't have money to even accommodate that. So I got the person's money, and as soon as the person paid, I took out my profit and sent the other part to the supplier I'd already contacted initially. And once the supplier got my money, they sent the goods down to me, and I delivered to the customer. You could also do your own in a way whereby the supplier sends it directly to the customer on your behalf, but in my case, I sent it to myself and I delivered to the customer. I continue to do this over and over again. Like I mentioned earlier, I had a full-time job, so it was just easy for me to save up the money I was making from this business, and I continued to do this up until the point where I had enough money to be able to ship down goods from these countries down to Nigeria myself. Let me also add that in between, I also added another service to this business. I added a personal shopping service to this business. So basically what I do is I help people shop from brands abroad, in UK and in US, brands like the Zara, River Island, ASOS, and the list is endless. I still help people shop from these brands, and I ship them down to Nigeria, and obviously I make my profit of that as well. Yeah, so we got to the point where I was able to actually ship these goods down to Nigeria myself. And like I mentioned previously, when you're shipping from these people, you have to buy in large quantities, and buying in large quantity also means that your profit margin is increased, because you're going to be getting a good bargain from these people, like when you're buying from the suppliers here in Nigeria. Do you get? Because obviously they too have to make their profit, so they would have added something to what they're selling to you. So but when you're buying directly from these suppliers and eradicating the middleman, who is the supplier in Nigeria, you're going to make more money. So I was obviously now making more money from this business. So that brings me to the exciting part that I know a lot of you want to hear about. How did you make this millions? Yes, so like I previously mentioned, because I had a full-time job, I was able to save up what I was making from this business, and I continued to do that over and over and over again till I was able to start shipping in goods myself directly. And because I was now making more profits, because I was shipping directly myself, it was easier to meet that target. So I just want to say that the millions did not come in one day, it did not come in 1 month. It took time. It's not something that happened overnight, it's something that happened over a period of time. But I just want you to know that it's very possible to achieve this. It's very possible to start with nothing and build it up into something. I also want to chip in that I began to implement things that I couldn't do at the start of the business along the line when I started making money from this business. Things like branding, I did not have branded nylons at the beginning of this business, but along the line I implemented that. So I began to deliver my goods to customers with my branded nylon, so that it just makes the business more reputable, you know. Things like CAC registration, I registered the business with the CAC. If you're in Nigeria, you will know that CAC is the body that registers businesses around Nigeria. So I registered my brand with the CAC as well, and other things like that. So that's actually another tip that you can take from this. You do not have to do everything you want to do at the beginning of your business. I know that social media makes it difficult. You know, you see people with all the vibe, all the swag on Instagram. It doesn't really matter. Just start where you are. Over time, you're going to get there. So things that you couldn't do at the beginning of your business, you can implement them halfway or somewhere in between. You don't necessarily have to have it all together right now. So guys, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you learned something. I hope that this video gives you the ginger and the nudge that you need to start that business that you've been procrastinating about, the business that you think you need millions of naira to start. You actually do not really need all of that. Sometimes all you just need is the push to start, and when you begin along the line, you can begin to incorporate all the many things you want your business to look like in between. So like I also said, I'm going to reiterate it again. The millions did not come in one day, it did not come in 1 month. It took a lot of time. So like I mentioned, this business is 5 years now, so you can imagine. So you just need to keep going, you need to keep pushing. There are going to be ugly days, there are going to be busy days, there are going to be annoying days, there are going to be good days, there are going to be days that you would have really practically no sale at all. But you need to keep going, because if you quit, that's the end. That millions will not make itself. You have to make it. So guys, I hope that this video encourages you. I hope that it pushes you to know that you can actually start a business with little or no capital at all and scale it up to millions and even billions. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm willing and ready to answer them in the comment section. Till next time, bye.